Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Mark Harmon, and you are watching the Comic on Demand show. This is the live drawing show where I will draw a 4-panel comic in about an hour, but I'm going to take your suggestions because look at this. See this? This is the comic I'm going to draw, but as you can see, it is blank. I have no idea what I'm going to draw right now. That is because I am going to let you tell me what to draw. How does that sound? How cool is that? So, I'm going to be your little draw monkey for the next hour or so, okay? So, I'm going to take your suggestions in the chat, but I do have some rules, and I got to tell you how this works because it's a little weird. So, first off, I try to keep this show as PG as possible, and so I have a couple rules. So, I don't take any suggestions of anything lewd or raunchy or super ultra violent or whatever. And then 2, I don't take any suggestions of anything that already exists, like copyrighted stuff, like Superman, SpongeBob, or whatever. Or like name brands or sports mascots or celebrities. I've been forgetting about that one, but you haven't been giving me celebrities, but that's also okay. No celebrities either. I think that was one that I kept forgetting. There was like something in the back of my mind that was like, this was like from forever ago. I think it was probably episode like, I don't know, 6 or 7 or something like that. But yeah, I drew like Mariah Carey. And yeah, no more of that, okay? So this is how it's going to work. Another screen's going to pop up with a little dancing guy right about here. And it'll say, be right back. And then make sure you're watching the chat because I am going to put go in the chat, okay? It'll say Comic on Demand, go. And then that's when you put your suggestions in. Sound good? Okay? So, I do not see anybody in the chat right now, so I don't even know if anybody's watching. I could be just talking to the void, like always. But, so when you see the word go in the chat, make sure to then put your suggestion in. And then I will take the first 2 suggestions that come in after that. And then I'll take those 2 suggestions and I'll combine them together to create this 4-panel comic. Sound good? Okay. So let's get those suggestions right now. Tell me what to draw. All right, we have our first 2 suggestions from the same person. So that's a Comic on Demand first, ladies and gentlemen. So that means Desert Hobbies, I think you're the only one watching. And I know who you actually are. I'm just going to say Desert Hobbies just to, whatever. I don't know if you want me saying your real name, but so I'm just saying that. Tried calling Carson, but his phone was straight to voicemail. Anyway, so Desert Hobbies. So as far as I know, you're the only one watching right now. Okay, so the first 2. All right, so here's our suggestions. The first suggestion is lizards running from a dog, and the second suggestion is RC car. Okay, so Whoops. All right, I'm going to put those suggestions here. Okay, I'm going to put dog chasing lizards. That's the same thing, right? And RC car. Alrighty. Dogs chasing lizards and RC car. Oh, you want me to draw a vehicle? Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's do... So, dogs chasing a lizard, or lizards running from a dog, same thing. Is this based on actual events? Is Ace like just completely loving it down there? Is he just going hog wild? Is the RC car from Toy Story considered a celebrity? Yes. Sure, why not? Yes, it is. So, no, I'm not drawing. Okay, I'm doing a little bit of a cop out here and just drawing like the front view of this thing. Lizards are the new birds. Karen, you're late. Jeez, what's wrong with you? Do you see what I had to do? Desert Hobbies gave me the first two suggestions all by himself because you weren't here. It's all your fault. Okay, I need to... Mother is watching you, so be careful. What? Be careful of what? Okay, I don't know what is going on with like the Wyoming weather, but there was just a big thing of thunder. And again, like it seems to be raining. Like every Tuesday it like thunders up. So again, like last time, just a little caveat. If the power goes out and the stream stops, whatever, I'm not going to restart it. But it feels like this has been like 3 times in a row now. You were talking with your school. What school? Like college alumni stuff? For some reason, I didn't even get the notification that you were going live. I pulled up YouTube to look a video and saw you were live. Oh, well, that makes me feel even better. I wasn't actually trying to watch your show. It just, so I decided to watch it on accident. That doesn't make me feel better, dude. Starting a new class. What class are you starting? Is it an art class? Better be an art class. Or if it's not an art class, you better take an art class. Because it's good for you or something. I got there on Wednesday. Dude, every like Facebook banner and everything all over the place says every Tuesday. Jiminy Christmas. I swear. Children's literature? Sweet beans. Writing is art. So, you're off the hook on that one. That still counts. That's one of those things that, like, you know how many people think that they can just write a children's book? Like, oh, I can write a children's book. And then they think it's, like, super easy or whatever. And it's not as easy as you think it is. Okay, I need to go to Google for a second. Your screen's gonna go blurry. Because copyright stuff, I don't know what I can and can't show on a live stream. Because the images on a Google image search are copyrighted images. And if I show them, then I don't know if I'm abusing copyright or whatever. Beep, 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 beep. Perfect. Even though it's probably pretty obvious what I'm looking up. Oh no, wait, yeah. I need. Yes, I meant Wrangler. Hey, Jeep people, what's the difference between a Jeep Wrangler and a Jeep Rubicon? Is there a difference? Is Rubicon like a type of Wrangler? Are they the same thing? I don't know my Jeep stuff. I'm not a Jeep person. Whoops, okay, hold on. I need to shrink-a-dink that down. Beep, beep, beep. Put it off to the side. Okay, perfect. Whoops, no, don't do that. Bing. Okay. Oh, was that fun? You have my permission to use any of my photos. Oh, trim package is the difference. Gotcha. Oh, so you want me to give you free advertising? Is that what you're saying? You want me to go to your YouTube channel or whatever, and then to use your pictures So then everybody goes to your YouTube channel, huh? You sly dog. I know what you're doing. You can't trick me. Rubicon is off-road ready and the standard Wrangler doesn't have upgrades. Gotcha. So are Jeep owners, are they kind of like, are they snobby about that? Like do Rubicon owners, do they look down on Wrangler owners and be like, "Oh, I have a Rubicon." I'm like, "Oh, you peasant, you just have a Wrangler." Do they do that? Is that a thing? Am I just making stuff up? Also, like, it reminds me of there's this podcast I listen to sometimes called Net Positive with John Christ, and shoot, I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes ago. It's not the most current episode. It was like either the one before that or the one like 2 or 3 back. Um, they were talking about the whole duck thing with Jeep owners where they give each other ducks. They were kind of like they're just like roasting it. They're roasting that idea of the ducks. It was pretty funny. Do you oh wait. You did that, right? You did the ducks. But they were kind of talking about how like they're like, "Wait a second. Is it like one of those things where the more ducks you have, like the cooler you are?" So then like do people just put a bunch of their own ducks on their dash so that they look cooler than they really are? So then it becomes like a people are faking how cool they are because they just buy a whole bunch of ducks. Anyway, they were kind of just like they didn't really know what the ducks were all about. So they're just kind of riffing off of their ignorance about the ducks. And that's why it was funny. Actually, if he's getting hit, that tail should not be doing that. Do something like this. Um, Not so much between Wrangler and Rubicon since Rubicon. But Wrangler and Rubicons look down on all the other Jeep models, like Cherokees and stuff. Which one's the most made fun of? That's what I want to know. Is Jeep Cherokee like the most made fun of? Is that like Jeep Cherokees? That's like the soccer mom of Jeeps or something. Is it or Cherokee's the soccer mom of Jeeps? Someone put a My Little Pony on a Ford Bronco. uh, that's funny. I've been drawing on camera, right? Okay. Okay, all right, we're gonna draw a tire. At least we're going to attempt to draw a tire. See, but I want it to be like a chunky tire, but I don't want to draw the chunkies. You know what I'm saying? I want it to just magically be a chunky tire without having to draw the chunkies. The gladiators think that they're Wranglers, but they're a truck. Then Wrangler owners have to... I have this stupid thing that's covering up that word. They have to take the wave back. Then there's a wave to that. Oh, okay. The gladiators think that they're Wranglers, but they're a truck. When Wrangler owners wave to them, they have to take the wave back. Oh, okay, got it. Because they look the same from the front, right? Like they look like a Wrangler, and then as they pass, it's like, ew, truck. I think car culture is funny. Especially like super niche car culture, where it's like car culture within car culture. Like Jeep people having their own little Jeep thing going on. Like a motorcyclist waves to someone on a scooter. See, I think it's probably more like when someone on a scooter waves at someone on a motorcycle as if you're like, yeah, man, we're both riding free, baby. The scooter person's just like, I want to be in the club too. And the motorcyclist is just like, don't, I'm not with him. Scooter people trying to be motorcycle people. That cracks me up, dude. We're bike riders too. I bet. See, motorcyclists probably do. They look at scooter people as if like as if they're riding a bike with training wheels or something. All are not welcome, Karen. Okay, we have cliques and groups for a reason. We divide ourselves because all are not welcome. Get with the program. This is what society does. It's us and them, and that's it, man. Okay, this dude's getting squished by a tire. What sound does a lizard make when it's getting squished by a tire? I'll just, I'm just gonna put squish. Irish. Oops, that was a weird looking S. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make him... Okay. I don't like drawing dogs. I never know how to draw a dog. Dogs are still kind of one of those animals that my style hasn't quite figured out what to do. Okay, hold on. So, I'm gonna draw a remote for the car. What's the most common remote? Is it the square ones with the two joysticks? Or is the most common remote the one with the trigger and the little wheel on the side? You gotta tell me which remote is kind of like the most common one. Steering wheel. Okay. They look something like this, right? All right. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out here for a second. Okay. We are at the stage of the show where I'm going to start inking it. But before I do, I'm going to do a mid suggestion. Okay. So same rules apply. Screen's going to change. Going to see a little dancing dude. Going to see a little dancing guy right here. And then I'm going to put go in the chat and make sure you're seeing the chat. So, same rules apply, but then this time I'm just going to take the first suggestion. Okay, so this is the mid suggestion. So let's get that mid suggestion right now. we have our mid suggestion of melting ice cream cone. Beep, beep, button. Okay. Melting ice cream cone. Let's put it. Let's put it right here. Melting ice cream cone. Okay, we're gonna start inking this bad boy now. Trying to think if I have any I definitely don't have any Jeep stories because I'm not a Jeep person. And I'm trying to think, like, if I have any funny lizard stories. I mean, I have lizard stories, but the story is one time we caught a lizard. That's the story. Story over. Although I did learn how to, like, just sort of by accident and observation, I sort of learned the best way to catch a lizard. Because at first I just sit there and try to catch it, right? But I realized that the easiest way to catch a lizard is just to make it run around. So, like, basically just make it run around without trying to actually catch it. And then it'll run out of energy pretty quick. It'll, whatever, like, I don't know. They're cold-blooded, so I don't know if they, like, overheat or whatever. They basically just slow down and stop running eventually. And then as soon as they stop running, then you just pick them up. So I learned that. Because if you can just sort of corner it somewhere to where it just, like, runs back and forth, and then it just gets tired and stops, and then you just pick it up. There's so many lizards here, it's crazy. Ace loses his mind every time he sees one scaling the wall, which happens like every 5 minutes. Like, does he ever catch him, or is he too slow? Like, have you caught him munching on a lizard? Like, does he chew on him? Like, are they too fast, too small? He's too big. He's too dumb. Is Ace smart enough to catch a lizard? 2? He's got 2? Way to go, Ace. You've been down there like 3-4 months. He's got 2 lizards. Less than a lizard a month. My dog loves going after the geckos on the wall at night. Oh, dude, geckos? Dude, that sounds rad. I hope you're, like, catching geckos and keeping them, because geckos are cool. They're super adorable. Are they the cute geckos that have, like, adorable faces? Or are they like ugly geckos? Is there such thing as an ugly gecko? I don't know. I don't know. Because I only see geckos on the internet and they're adorable. So I just assume that all geckos are adorable. Because the internet doesn't lie about anything. Geckos are chill, they just hang out. I guess if they're all over the place and you always see them, then I guess there's no reason to just cage one up, right? Especially if there's one that like really loves your yard, and so they just kind of live there anyway. The side of my house is kind of ugly, and they mimic the wall. Geckos? Did geckos change colors like chameleons? Is that a thing? They can save you 15% or more on something. Mm-mm-mm. Find little ones that get into the car and get dried out when it's daytime. Like on the dashboard or something. They climb into the car and get on the dash, and then they crispify. That makes me sad because geckos are nice. I didn't sketch out that foot. Yeah, they changed. We had a yellow house in Florida, and they were always yellow. Huh. I thought only chameleons changed or something. I don't know. The geckos here are tan, so they don't look anything like what I thought a gecko would look like. See, now you gotta catch a gecko and do an experiment and like put it somewhere else and see if it changes colors. Yeah, they get in at night and try to get out the window in the morning. Gecko mummies. But I've watched them run on their back legs. That's entertaining to watch, dude. Just like those what are what are they? They called like Jesus lizards, right? Those ones that have like the big frilly neck thing, and they like run on water. Okay, I really don't know a whole lot about geckos because A, I didn't know they changed colors, and B, I didn't know that they ran on their hind legs like those Jesus lizards do. Apparently, I don't know anything about geckos other than they save you money on car insurance. That's the only thing I knew about geckos. Melted ice cream. Okay. I think I might. Nah. That'll look weird. Okay, never mind. That frilled lizard from Rescuers Down Under. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he puts his tail in the lock and he picks the lock with his tail. I need to concentrate doing these letters. That show had the Joanna lizard too. Yeah. My mental facilities are twice what yours are. Okay, it did have this lizard's mouth open with his tongue out, and I decided to change it. There was probably a better way to draw this angle, but oh well. That's what happens when you don't use reference. You just gotta go for it. Inking a circle. Oh. Inking circles is scary. Not little ones though. Inking little circles is fine. Inking the big important circles. It's scary. Because it's one of those mistakes you can't really hide from, you know? McLeach is probably my favorite Disney villain. What brand and size are those tires on the Jeep? They're the brand. They got the you know, it's those kind. You know what I'm talking about, right? The You're murdering characters on Comic on Demand again. Cliff Death last week. Now Street Pizza. He's not dead. It's just got, dude. It's a lizard. You can run lizards over, and it's all good. They're like made of rubber or something. It'll be fine. Dude, if you can rip their tails off and it grows back, then you can totally run them over, and that's fine. And I just said that, and now it's on the internet, and the internet doesn't lie. So therefore, by virtue of me saying it on the internet, it is now truth. No one dies in comics. The science seems solid. Yeah, see. Isn't like isn't Uncle Ben the only one that's actually died in comics? Is there even like, is there a comic where Uncle Ben comes back to life somehow? See, and I'm not talking like a multiverse thing. That's a cop out. You can't be like, Uncle Ben dies, but then, oh, he's still alive in this multiverse. Like, dude, shut up. That doesn't count. One of the unlicensed tires on one of my RCs is Buff Goodricher. Actually, I'm going to use that for this too. Maybe Bucky stayed dead for like 60 years, but yeah. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben. Okay, I think that's it, people. We're at like an hour, so that's it. Okay, so there it is, people. There's your Comic on Demand of a dog chasing a lizard and an RC car, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, dog chasing lizards. Lizard. Oh, man. I put it's lizards, and I only drew one. Well, deal with it. All right, so we have the suggestion of a dog chasing lizards, but see, and RC car. See, there's an RC car, and the dog is chasing the lizards with the RC car. You see how I did that? The dog's chasing the lizards with the RC car, with the mid-suggestion of melted ice cream cone. So, anyway, there it is. There you go, people. There's your Comic on Demand. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching and supporting me, and it really does mean a lot. Not to get too sappy on you, but it's true. Grateful for you guys showing up and making sure I have a show, because without you, I don't have a show. The show relies on you. So there you go. You're awesome. Thanks for showing up, and we'll see you next week.